Welcome back to Squawk on the Street. First Santelli exchange of the week. You talk about a weekend, really since Thursday, just boatloads of important stories we're all supposed to be in tune with. The first one's easy. You know, it's easier to connect the dots now. The John Hilsenrath story, the perception of that rumor Thursday, really in many ways, all of this hitting at the same time that the dollar-yen went through 100. I thought it was odd that such a move would have such big repercussions on rising rates here. But it seems as though that story, whether you believe it or not with regard to when the exit is, was true. But I go back to all the experiments we've already had with exit strategies. Before it was the purchase program, it was interest rates or positions unwinding holdings. No matter how you slice it, we can knock this one off. The easy answer is talking about a door and using a door are two different things. As far as the Bloomberg story, there's so many levels of issues here. I will tell you, many of the producers at CNBC wanted me to do my job, and I did. Talk to people that use Bloombergs. And Jim Cramer, myself, have come from lives where it was integral in the business. Many people are still enamored with the notion that it's a great wealth of historic information. The story is disturbing, but I don't want to deal in circumstantial evidence. I think that the IRS story, to me, really hits home. Let's put a couple of quotes on the screen to get into this the way I get into this. Some very famous legal minds. First is Oliver Wendell Holmes. For my part, I think it is less evil that some criminals should escape than the government should play an ignoble part. Or William Blackstone. Better that 10 guilty persons escape than one innocent suffer. Why are these appropriate? Because these questions are really a truth to power question. Pretty much most of America, they're good. They're people that do good things, and unfortunately, when you are good, you assume everybody is good. But that isn't the case. But the real issue is, whether it's the IRS or Benghazi, it's very much the same. It's truth to power, that we cannot assume because somebody says they're fair and honest as a politician, or the fact that this is a day and age of information, of cameras, of data banks, of profiles. There's people at your bank that call you up and try to sell you products because they know you have extra cash laying around. Everybody is getting into your information. But the government is different. I personally think Benghazi and the IRS story will change health care. They will change Obamacare. Why? Because it's one thing to have all your receipts and be called on the carpet and hassled and prove you're innocent. It's another thing, like Seinfeld, when you walk in line and you need that stent and they say, no stent for you because you back this group, you have these thoughts, you live in this area. This is going to change the involvement of government in the IRS enforcement originally designed in Obamacare. That's my thought for the day. Carl, back to you.
Well, we're going to find out in a little bit here, Rick, potentially if the president takes a question on this story. Thanks very much, Rick Santelli.